Hello everyone, my name is Getaneh Truneh. Today I'll be presenting the first part of our AI acceptable use of policy for Georgia Piedmont Technical College. This project was completed with Shanette Adams and Mohammed Naveed for our MGA ITEC 6900 course. I'll be covering slides 1 through 6, which introduces the foundation of policy. Let's begin. Artificial intelligence tools are becoming more common in higher education. GPTC AI assists enhancing learning, communication, administrative work. But AI also brings risks such as privacy concern, misinformation, and academic dishonesty and exposure of sensitive data. Because of the risks, GPTC created this policy to ensure that AI used responsibly, ethically, and securely across the institution. Next, let's look at the purpose of the policy. The purpose of AI acceptable use policy is to set a clear ethical standard for using AI, support academic excellence and the student success, protect institutional data, intellectual property, and personal privacy, ensure GPTC stays compliant with the FERPA, GDPR, and Georgia Technology Authority guidelines, encourage transparency, and require human oversight when using AI. To summarize, the policy ensures that AI used in a way that benefits the college at the same time maintaining integrity and trust. This policy applies to all members of GPTC, students, staff, faculty, staff administrators, contractors, and interns. It includes all GPTC-owned devices and networks, as well as personal devices used to access GPTC systems. It also applies to all types of AI tools such as generative AI, machine learning models, chatbots, transcription tools, and automation systems. That means the policy covers AI use across the entire institution. Next, we'll go over some key terms. This slide defines important terms used throughout the policy. The first one is artificial intelligence, technology that mimic human thinking. The second one is generative AI, tools that create text, images, or codes. The third one, machine learning, AI that improves based on the data. And the fourth one is a large language models, systems like ChatGPT that produce human-like responses. Also, chatbots, AI tool that interact with the users. And the last one, PII, personally identifiable information such as names, ID numbers, and grades. Next, I'll go over responsibilities the students have when using AI at GPTC. First, the students must follow academic integrity, always disclose when they use AI for assignments or classwork. AI can assist, but it should never replace the student's own work unless the instructor allows it. Second, the student should only use AI for authorized tasks. That means using it in a ways that an instructor approves and within the guidelines of the course. The third one, the students must avoid sharing any AI sensitive GPTC information with the AI tools. This includes things like student ID, grades, or anything that could identify a student or employee. And Finally, the students are responsible for critically assessing AI generating content. AI can be helpful, but it can also produce errors or biased information. So students need to verify and correct anything AI gives them. The responsibilities help ensure that AI support a learning without risking privacy, integrity, or accuracy. That includes my section covering slides 1 through 6. Now I will turn over to Shantae, who will continue with slides 7 through 12. Thank you.
My name is Shanette Adams, and I'll be presenting the second half of the presentation. Please excuse any roughness you may hear in my voice. I am recovering from a cold, so I'll be doing my best, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We already heard about the student responsibilities, so we'll go into the responsibilities of the faculty and staff. First off, when setting the course or talking about the assignments, it is very important to set clear expectations and boundaries of what you expect from your students. Now, ChatGPT is now a global phenomenon. Everyone knows that it has many uses. It is quite helpful, but there is a very clear difference between ChatGPT and Chegg and Grammarly. Chegg and Grammarly are used for educational purposes. A lot of people use it to help for study guides or just help take notes. Grammarly is mainly used to help fix grammar and structural mistakes in papers. Both can be overused because both offer options where they can restructure the sentences completely. So there is a clear difference between having ChatGPT write the paper and using Chegg or Grammarly to help refine the sentences and structures. Next is to observe for academic dishonesties. Once again, ChatGPT is a great tool, but it has been known to create false information based off the prompt that it is given. So it is very important that staff and faculty pay close attention to all work submitted to check for any type of discrepancies or little inconsistencies in the facts of information that is being presented in the paper. Next is to verify that it is Family Education Rights and Privacy Act compliance. This was created in 1974 to protect educational data of students and faculty alike. There are instances where it can be used to accidentally breach those privacies. Like sharing a mass email, sometimes information may be shared that should not be shared. Discussing a student's information publicly, it is an urge to talk about a student that you probably suspect or know have used AI inappropriately in material. But please do not discuss it publicly because that can make you in breach of the act and can also subject you to university or federal or local laws consequences. And next is by far is also very important. It is partnering with IT for approved AI tools. We'll go more into that a little bit later, but working with IT is a very good resource. They are there for that purpose. So please utilize them appropriately when asking questions or just not understanding clear uses of AI tools. No, 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 this is
Hey guys, this is Naveed. So I will be doing this final part of the presentation, and I will begin with monitoring and enforcement. GPTC take responsible AI use seriously, so the institution reserves the right to monitor how AI tools are used on college devices, networks, and platforms. This monitoring isn't meant to punish people, but it is designed to protect student staff and institutional data from misuse, misinformation, and security risks. When violations do occur, GPTC uses a step-by-step system for consequences. Minor issues may result in warning or temporary restriction on using AI tools. More serious violations such as misuse of sensitive data, intentional academic dishonesty, or action that compromise security can lead to academic penalties, HR involvement, and potentially permanent loss of access to certain technologies. In most severe cases, legal action may be taken if the violation involves data breach or confidentiality risks. So the next is training and awareness. So GPTC understands that many issues with AI misuse happen simply because users are not aware of risks or best practices. For that reason, the college provides ongoing training opportunities for students, faculty, and staff. These trainings cover ethical AI use, how to recognize AI-generated misinformation, and how to avoid based on inaccurate outputs. They also focus on how to protect personal data, how to safely use approved AI tools, and how to evaluate AI-generated content before relying on it. However, another important part of training is that the policy is not static. It changes as AI evolves. GPTC reviews the policy every year through the combined efforts of IT, security, and academic affairs. This ensures the guidance remains accurate and relevant as AI tools grow more advanced day by day. Okay, so the bias and misinformation. So on this, AI tool can be incredibly helpful, but they can also produce biased, misleading, or incorrect information. That's why GPTC has a specific section dedicated to bias and misinformation. First, it is important to understand the types. The first one is misinformation. The misinformation is false information that is not intentionally harmful, like an AI giving incorrect history fact. The second is disinformation. Here, the information created on purpose to mislead people. For example, fake announcements impersonating college officials. And the last one is malinformation, where it uses real information but in a harmful or inappropriate way, such as sharing private student details. The policy also highlights real example of bias, like using AI tools that unfairly score resumes, chatbots that give inconsistent tutoring based on languages patterns, or automated grading tools that favor certain writing styles. However, to reduce these risks, human oversight is required. Users must double-check AI content, verify facts, their citations, and make sure that important decisions like grades or disciplinary actions are always made by people, not AI systems. Okay, GTA alignment, key principles. GPTC's policy is aligned with the Georgia Technical Authority's statewide AI standards. This ensures that all state institutions follow consistent, responsible guidelines. There are several principles involved. Transparency. Here, user must disclose when AI was used, and AI systems must explain how they work and what their limitations are. Minimizing bias. AI tools undergo regular assessments to check for unfair or discriminatory outcomes. GPTC also encourages diverse training data and ongoing staff development. Human oversight. Human oversight is where AI may assist with decisions, but it can never replace human judgment for things like grading, admission, sports, or employment decisions. Privacy. A privacy IA system must use the least amount of personal data possible, and vendors must share how data is stored, protected, and deleted. Security and risk management. AI tools must pass security reviews before being approved. This includes testing for vulnerabilities and monitoring for unusual behavior. Responsible procurement. Any AI vendor used by GPTC must follow strict compliance rules and cannot use GPTC data to train their models without permissions. Ongoing policy evaluation. Policies are updated regularly to keep up with new regulations, new technology, and feedback from users. So here we are at the final stage of conclusion. So in conclusion, artificial intelligence brings major benefits to GPTC, whether it's creativity, efficiency, or leading sport. But with those benefits come responsibilities. This policy ensures that AI is used in a way that protects privacy, security, fairness, and academic integrity. By following these guidelines, students, faculty, and staff help create a safe, ethical, and innovative environment for AI on campus. The references used for our project come from the Georgia Technical Authority official AI policies and guidance documents. These include statewide standards for responsible AI use, security, procurement, and privacy requirements for public institutions.